Hello, model class receiving students and teachers. Thank you, take your seats. All right, receiving students, the model class. In our last lesson, you looked at the topic, where does this belong? Now we will go back to what you have learned in your last lesson. Here on the whiteboard, I have some displays of the model class work. Receiving students, I hope you have your plans as well, where your friends in the class can have a look at those plans. Right, here we have, this is Alison's plan. She has her plan here with the things that she would like to put in the shop or in the store. And she has represented each of those things, like fruits, biscuit, freezer, toys, with rectangular boxes. That's Alison's. You can also have a look at the other student here. This student decided to name the shop, and this shop is RH. So students in the city, you have you have supermarkets. Unlike students in the rural area, you have stores. So this student came up with the shop RH. Okay, we have another student here in class that has his or her plan. All right. Then you go to, this is Welly's plan. This one here is Imelda's plan of her shop. So, looking at their plans, you tell me now, why is it important to group objects? Or why is it important to put things in order? Nora, any idea? Receiving students, you tell your teacher, why is it important to group things? Like what you have done already, you have the plan of the store or a shop. And why are we doing this? Why is it? Okay, Nora is still thinking. Let's someone to help her. Thank you. Thai?
Because it will be easy to build up.
Did you hear what he said, class? Again, please, loud and clear.
Because it will be easy to build up a store.
All right. Can someone repeat his answer? Did he say it is easy to? It's easy for you to what? Pick up things that you want to find in the store. Is that right? Okay, good. I saw a hand at the back. Someone at the back to tell us. Or do you have the same answer as Thai? All right, good. So you all should be thinking along the same line with Thai, so as the receiving students. Right. It's important to group objects because it will make it easy for us to find things that, it is easy for us to find things, and we group them because they have something in common. You cannot group fruits and, let's say, biscuits together. You cannot do that. They have to have their own group, so it's easy for anyone to go into the shop to pick up what they want to pick up and buy. All right, class, our topic today is following directions. We are on the same strand, working scientifically, and the same outcome, which is 6.1.1. All right, everyone sitting up straight, receiving students and the model class. We are going to play a short game, and this game is a very common game that you all know and you will like to play as well. So, are we ready for the game now? All right, this game is called Simon Says. Okay. I do not want to cheat. I do not want you to cheat yourself. Whoever is sitting next to you, you must make sure that he or she is following what Simon is going to say. All right, sitting up straight, we are going to start now. Receiving students, are you ready? Let's start. Okay, Simon says, put your hands up. Okay, Simon says, put your hands down. Simon says, hands on your head. Hands down. All right. If you have put your hand down, receiving students in the model class, you are out. Be honest with yourself. Simon says, put your hands down. Simon says, touch your ear. Simon says, hands up again. Okay, Simon says, hands down. Simon says, stand up. Simon says, sit down. Simon says, stand up. Simon says, sit down. Stand up. Simon says, stand up. Simon says, sit down. All right, you are the winners of today's short game. Give yourself a big clap, receiving students in the model class. All right, so our topic today is following what class? Following directions. Did you follow my direction in this short game? Some of you did, some of you did not. All right. I want you to sit up straight. Receiving students, you are going to Okay, we are going to do a short test, and you will be following directions. I have a chart now for the receiving students. The chart there shows all the directions that you would follow. Make sure you read those directions carefully and do this short test quietly. I do not want you to cheat or spy answers from your friends. Okay? Get one and pass the rest. Get one, pass the rest. How many? How many? All right, as soon as you get your paper for the model class, the receiving students, you will refer to the chart on the screen. I want you to start now. Okay, you two you share the paper with her. You share with her, him, sorry, and you share with her, and you two share. Sorry. Okay, you two share. Share. All right, no talking. You should be reading quietly. This is a short test that you are doing to follow directions. have to read. You read and you follow the directions in the paper. Okay. You read and make sure you understand what you are reading. I won't give you a clue. remember, you are following directions. What you are reading now on the chat, or for the model class, you have your worksheet. Make sure you read and understand before you do what that direction is telling you to do. Thank you. Okay. Okay, should we start now? Okay, those of us writing, you keep writing, but I hope you are getting closer or you are trying to finish now. I am going to go through the directions on the chart, and I'd like you all to pay attention for the receiving schools. I hope you have also done the same like the model class. All right, let's look at direction number 1. Class, let's read together. Okay, I hope you have understood that first direction. Next one, I'll read. Print your name, last name first, then your first name and middle initial, if you have one, at the top of the paper. Next, direction number 3. Class, let's read together. Good. Next one, number 4, read. Number 5, I'll read. In direction 2, circle the words your first name. That's direction number 5. Direction number 6, in direction 3, place an X in front of the word true. Number 7, cross out the numbers of even numbered directions above. 8, in direction 7, cross out the word above and write the word below above it. 9, write following directions is easy under your name at the top of the paper. Number 10, in direction 9, add the following sentence after the word page. That's what you think. All right, direction 11, class. Now let me read. Draw a square in the upper right-hand corner of the paper. Draw a triangle in the lower left corner of the page, or of this page. Number 13, place a circle in the center of the square. Number 14, place an X in the center of the triangle. Do you think the directions are very long? Yes or no? Right, let's go. Number 15, now that you have read all the directions, class, let's read number 15 together.
Now that you have read all the directions as instructed in direction 1, follow direction 2 and 16 only.
Right, and number 16, I'll read. Please do not give away what this test is about by saying or doing anything to alert your classmates. If you have reached this direction, make believe you are still writing. See how many of your classmates really know how to follow directions. Now, if you have finished, I'd like one of you to come up and show us what you have done. Put your hands up if you have something on your paper, something that's written on your paper. Receiving students, you can go up and show your answer, or go up to the blackboard and your teacher will pick any one of you to give your answer. Now, Rodney, come up and show to the class what you have done. What, on your paper, what did you do? Okay, let's see Rodney, what he has done. Stand here, stand this way. Okay. Okay, Rodney, just maybe what you have done now, that's okay. You just stop there, all right? Anyone wants to come up and show what they have done? Or you tell the class what you have done? Or? Quickly. All right. Thank you, Owa. At least you have managed to do 2 and number, what number was that? Number 2. All right, good. Anyone has something different? Anyone has something different? Or let's see, if you did not do anything at all. Put your hands up if you did not do anything at all, or you did only 2, or maybe you followed only one direction only, apart from that long list of directions. All right, hands up if you have completed some of those directions. Be honest with yourself and you put your hand up. All right, good. Receiving students, model class, you have done something which is good. Now, let's correct this activity together. Give yourself one big clap for going through this short test. All right, let's see. Direction number 1 says, read all the following directions before you do anything. So what does that mean to you? You write or you what? You only, did you follow the direction? Check your papers or check your exercise books. So you know where you went wrong, class? Okay, the direction says you only read the following directions, which are these directions from 2 all the way to 16, before you do anything. I wonder if you have followed that. All right, next, you read all the directions. Are you going to do this? Are you going to print your name, last name, first name, then your first? Okay, we go. Draw a line through the word all in directions 1. You will not do that because the first direction says you only read. So you are reading number 4, reading number 5, reading number 6, all the way to 16. But when you come to 15, what does 15 say? Now that you have read all the directions as instructed in direction 1, follow direction 2 and 16 only. Can you see where you went wrong? Okay, so you will only follow 2 and 16. So you should print your name on your paper, write your name, your last name, and if you have a middle name, on the top of the paper. You should only have that on your paper. And the 16 says, don't give away what the test is about, meaning don't tell your friends what you have done. If you were really smart, you wouldn't have done anything. You would have only written your name. So that's a tricky test for every one of us. So in science lessons class, it is always important to what? Follow directions. Okay, so in many of our lessons, we are going to be following directions. And it's important for us to always read and understand what you read. Okay, good. Now, let's have a look at this picture, class. Do you think signs and symbols also give us directions? Yes or no? Yes, okay. Not only words, you see pictures or symbols or signs that give you direction. Now tell me, what does this picture mean, or does it give you a direction? Where do you see this? Where do you come across this picture, or have you seen this picture somewhere? Yes, okay. Let's see. Vanessa, tell us, what does it mean and where did you see this picture?
Airport. Airport.
All right, at the airport, in the terminal, where? Outside the airport, inside the airport, or where? Vanessa, tell us.
Inside.
Which particular area inside the airport?
Terminal.
Yes, in the terminal. A terminal, there are many rooms in there, or there are some places that you go to where you see this sign. Class, what is it? Where do you see this sign? Okay, at the toilet. Okay, so you see this is someone sitting on the wheelchair, which means, do you have to go and use the toilet? I mean, if you are able to walk, now that we are all able, you're not on the wheelchair. And if you don't follow directions, you will go to the wrong place. This is not your toilet. It's only for disabled people or people that are on the wheelchair. Next symbol here, class. Receiving students, I hope you have seen this picture somewhere. Okay, many of you will say you have seen this in the plane or even in the car. Is that right? Yes. Okay. So common places in the car and in the plane. What does this sign tell you, class? Okay, always put on your seat belt when you are. If you don't read this sign, you are going to do the wrong thing, and which means you won't follow directions well. Next picture. Have you seen this picture somewhere? All right. So tell me, one person in class. Let's have Jordan.
Danger.
All right. Do you agree with him? He says this sign tells us about danger. You see a skull and two bones in X. It's not phantom. Okay, this sign simply means danger or poisonous, okay, or something that is not good, or for you not to touch and so forth. But it's danger. The sign really talks about danger. All right. Now sitting up straight, receiving students and class, I'd like you to copy these two summary points in your exercise books. All right, class, this is your summary for today's lesson. Understanding directions makes it easy to find things or where you want to go. Signs or symbols have short messages for directions. All right. Before we go, I have one homework for you to take home and do at home. It's a research that you need to do. You need to ask your parents you need to ask your parents to help you do this homework. Okay, how did people in your village measure things in the past or traditionally? Now, what is the key word for today's lesson? All right, some of you are very smart, thank you. The key word for today's lesson is directions. Our next lesson will be measuring things using our hands or measuring with your hands. Materials, different length of sticks, broomsticks, box of chalk, and tin of fish. That your teacher will provide for you. You won't bring them. I'll provide those materials. Receiving teachers, you provide those materials for your students. Okay, with that, thank you class for participating in today's lesson.